when I'm puffing on a potent, silent, but I stay strapped. Gave her wood, now she talking about family tree. You know it ain't that. Ain't got time for the bad bees, dog. I got money on mine. Watch my chain too long, have me nervous. I put money on your mind. The Cali be potent, that girl is a bogus. I can't risk my seed. My heart too low, took L's like fug. Big slime soon free. Had to drop cause the fans they keep asking. You drop trash, had the fans all laughing. Disappeared and I
Okay, boom, bam, bam. It's your boy Yardman Leng. I'll be back again. I kind of just wanted to do this one quickly for you guys. Any of you guys who love an SMG or something like a Mac 10 or something that's cool, small, you can tuck corners and all these things. Yeah, feel me? I came across this bad boy. To be fair, I'm getting rid of this week, but I'm only getting rid of it just because I've been saying on the channel from the beginning I want an SMC. I think it's called an SMC 9 from GNG. So I'm gonna basically harness the budget from this, top it up a little bit, and buy one of those. But if I wasn't gonna buy that gun, just to say, I would be keeping this. I've had it for probably about 3 months now, and to be honest, banging. Especially if you have an M4 adapter for this, banging. But without further ado, let's get into it. And sorry with my drugging up on my nose, man. I got really bad hay fever, so I'm really going through it right now. These plants be doing me up. But yeah, this is the KWA. I believe it's called the KZ61, if I'm correct. KWA KZ61. It's basically a module of the Scorpion platform. So yeah, I was correct. The KZ61 Scorpion platform. What comes in the box? So I bought this second hand, so this may vary depending on what you buy, because I see that there's slots for like the 40 round mags, but what I got with this originally was just the gun, one mag, and then a booklet with the hop up adjustment. So I'm gonna fly around this one. I'm not gonna try and make this one a quick one today because I'm running out of time, but you get the standard booklet. One thing I do like about it, this one is very like clear. Normally it's in Chinese and hard to understand. Like everything's in English, everything's very clear and precise. Even tells you how to separate the gun and all these things, what each thing does, etc, etc. Very good booklet. It also came with all these extras. Thank you for your purchase, rare adjustment tools of how to do things like pull down the stock, close the stock. You get a little KWA sticker, which I might just hold on to. I don't actually have one of these. And you get the warranty, which I find really cool, because most companies, they just do a weird ass warranty. It's either electronic or it's like you've got to sign up this, pay this little small fee. It's just long, like bare complex for no reason. With them, they've kept it simple. You get your warranty card, it has all the information on it that you need, and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? It also comes with the hop up adjustment tool. I've done it once or twice myself just to zero this gun in, and what I found was I was able to zero it in to shoot. It does shoot heavier weights like 4 zeros, but I basically zeroed it in to shoot 3 O's on green gas, and boy, the performance was immaculate. Like I reckon you can push it to 4s, 3 6s, red gas, black gas, but I kind of kept it around that module because I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I just wanted really good gameplay and something that was reliable and consistent. And for such a short barrel gun, the one thing I do have to say, like I said, if I wasn't getting the GNG SMC kit, trust me, I would not be selling this gun. Like it's definitely something to keep. Yeah, so hop up tools, you get that in that. They did also send a bag of BBs, but like I said, where I got this gun secondhand, I wasn't sure if this was just a bag of BBs that the person decided to add, but I noticed that the baggie was the same as the baggie that came with the instructions. So I reckon this is just a manufacturer thing. They've sent it with the BBs like you do as an owner. The people who tend to like want the guns to last for a long time period and be able to trade them over, say a course of 10 years, we do tend to leave things like the original BBs. We don't shoot them through. So bit of game for you guys who are buying guns and trying to sell them, because that's one thing in airsoft. Like I come across a lot of people who are like, oh, I bought all these guns but I can't sell them, and it's like, do you have the original box? No. Do you have the booklet? No. Do you have the original mags? No. Do you have your warranty card? No. so that's why you can't sell your gun. Do you get what I'm saying? Even sometimes it's the way the gun looks at. Some guys, they've got all those things, the box, everything, but the gun just looks terrible. You have not maintained the gun. So yeah, keep these things in mind. So here we have the beauty. She's so pretty. And the thing I did like was she's just so small, like you can go through buildings, and because of her performance, like you could literally terrorize a room full of 10 people and still keep your life. Like it's that. I'm gonna show you anyway. I'm gonna chrono her and all of that. So just to show you around the gun, you have your mag release right here, this little button, so you hold that down, which is one thing I will say about this gun is, sorry guys, my hay fever is doing me up. Bless me. Oh, hay fever is horrible. You guys who don't suffer, you guys are living a good life. But yeah, just a quick look around the gun. You have your charging handle at the top right here. You have your extendable stock, which extends back in. You have your mag release, which has some kind of button system down here, because I'll show you that later anyway. You obviously have your trigger system. You have your selector switch, which this is for semi. That's for auto, and right in the middle where it currently is sitting is for safety. That's why I can't squeeze the trigger. On the other side, same thing, you have ambidextrous charging handle, so you can charge from the opposite side. There is no mag release on this side, but this gun is technically a righties gun because the selector switch and the thing is on that side. It's just for multiple charging. That's the only ambidextrous on this gun, which you don't really need. If I'm correct as well, I read in on an online blog that you can interchange this and that, but don't quote me on it because I'm not 100% sure and I haven't tried it myself. And if you can see, there isn't any wear and tear on that side of a selector switch, so maybe they're talking about a different model or a different version of this gun, because I've seen, who is it, I think it's Tokyo Marie or one of them, they make an electric version of this gun and potentially the selector switch does switch. But yeah, what can I say? The build up, like one thing I will say is, yeah, I have bought a lot of gas guns in my time. That's my main thing that I like to do, gas guns. AGs are great, but gas guns are just great for a great fun time, for me at least. The build quality on this gun is amazing. Like everything is solid. Everything is solid. I think the only thing that's kind of like polymer is the grip. And you kind of want that because it gives you, it's still a nice feel in the hand. I've seen guys change some of the grips out for some wooden grips. Do it if that's your pick. I kind of left mine because I just like some guns, like I said, if you're trying to trade on a gun, it's not really worth doing any adjustments to it. Just leave it stock. You know what I'm saying? If you are going to change anything, maybe change one or two things like the inner barrel or a bucking, just something that ups the performance a bit so that you can say this is a custom version of the gun. But apart from that, just leave it stock. This gun is probably the only gun I bought that I have left stock ever, and I did it just because you didn't need to do anything to it. Like I said, once I adjusted the hop up with the hop up tool and ran 3 O's with V6 gas from Vosk, the gun was great. Like it was honestly great. I think the only thing I did want to do was find kind of some way of adding some kind of like grip or some kind of way to hold the gun or some kind of rails or something. But apart from that, it was a beautiful gun. What can I say? So one key thing I do want to show people is where so mag release, mag comes out like you've seen. The mag holds, don't quote me on this, but I believe it holds 23 is the most I've been able to get in there. I don't advise you putting 23 because it jams when you do that, but no, do you know what, I believe it's 21. 20 plus 1, so if I'm correct, it's 21 shells. It does have a lock tool, which is very cool for when you're loading BBs, and then when you're done, you just release it and it kind of holds them with tension. Standard gas mag, valve at the back, fill-in chamber at the bottom. One thing I will say is this probably isn't the best consumption mag I've seen, but do look at the size. You do have to keep this in mind. When I shoot this, I tend to I have to fill the mag once to get 40. So I could shoot 20, fill another 20 and shoot again, and then you'll notice that on the last couple shots off that last 20, you'll hear the gun start playing up a little bit, and it's because the gas is really low. But to be fair, for such a small SMG, small mag, call it like 30 reliable shots and maybe like 9, 8, 9 unreliable shots. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's decent. That's pretty decent. And like I said, if I was gonna keep this long term, I would just HPA it, because an M4 adapter, it removes all these problems I've just listed. What else can I show you? So you can't obviously charge it when it's on safe. It operates like the real thing. If you flick it onto a single shot, you can now charge it. It does return fairly quick, I'm not gonna lie, but it needs to. It is a gas gun. Same thing if you put it on auto, again it will return. And one thing I will say is you find that it returns a bit faster on auto. Look at that, it's a lot more faster than when I put it on semi. There's a little delay to that, which is pretty cool, because that again shows you that there's some kind of variance on the inside of the gun, the way this functions. What else can I show you guys? Key things to know. So when trying to do the adjustment tool, do you flick the gun either onto semi or auto? I'm gonna flick it onto semi, or else this charging handle won't move. You'll just do damage to your chain by pulling it. I'm not going to show you that because I've done it enough times. I don't want to damage this gun any further. To adjust your hop up, you probably might not be able to see this, but essentially I'm going to just show you roughly where this area is. You put the tool in and forwards, and there's teeth on the tool, and there's teeth on the inside at the front. You turn it left or right, and that's what basically adjusts your tool. So again, you put the tool down and inwards, and then forwards, so the teeth on the tool and the teeth on the front of the barrel, if you want to call it that, or the back of the barrel, you can turn it. It's similar to the G&G system, but backwards, where you'd put the tool down the front of the G&G and then adjust. This one, you put the tool in the back and then adjust. So yeah, it's not too hard. One thing I will say is keep in there greased, because obviously where it's metal upon metal, if you, I don't know, don't grease it for like say 9 months, a year, and then you want to adjust your hop, you're gonna have some problems, because it's metal grinding against metal. So keep that in mind. One thing I would say is when I had the gun, I did want to do changes to it. So you are able to put M4 stocks on it, and I think they're called QKD or something like that stocks. I will show you them if you don't know what they look like. Probably I'll add it in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. But they're just basically like a skeleton stock for those of us like me who wants a bigger stock, something that slots into the arm. Because the one thing I will say, this does slot onto the shoulder nicely, but when you've got on all the body gear and stuff like that, it can be a bit fiddly. And what you do want is a line up with your eyesight so you can see directly down this sight or the back sight, because it does have like a 75 yarder and a 150 yarder iron sight. And they work. They bloody hell, they work. It's why you technically don't need to really add anything to this gun. So I bought this adapter. It essentially just, this slides off. Should I do it right now for you guys? I'll tell you what, because I love you guys, I'll do it for you guys, because it is a long thing, but I'll do it for you guys so you can see what we're talking about. But you can essentially slide this Scorpion stock off and put other things. So for a long time I was basically running the gun like this, which is quite cool, because it's like having like a little Mac 10 thing, if you get what I mean. But over time I had bought this adapter thing here. I had bought this adapter thing here. Sorry, I just saw some madness in the box. And this basically slides onto here and gives you more like a squared off feel. So at times you can even shoot the gun like that, giving you more stability. And I think it just makes the gun look really, 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 really cool. Also, the QKW or whatever the stock is called, I'll show you in a video, this is the attachment that allows it to slot on. So that's why I had bought it. I didn't get round to it in the end. I ended up changing my mind and buying another gun and all these other things, but I at least added it to the package so the next owner would have the option to run it however they wanted to run it. But yeah, beautiful gun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dash some gas in it and I'll show you how it shoots, and we'll also chrono it quickly for you guys, just to make this session a bit fun for you guys. I did want to show you guys, and to be fair, like I said, I've had the gun for 3 months, so in theory I should have released and shot this video quite some time ago, but airsoft, man, like there's just a lot, plus you know life, and sometimes things can get on top of you and then you end up saying I'm gonna do it next week, then next week becomes the following week, and then before you know it a month has gone past and you still haven't done it. So yeah, man, I had to kind of make some time before this gun left my armory. and just do it for you guys, because I know there's a lot of people who on my channel, they ask for a platform that's similar to this, lightweight, reliable, gas, blowback, fun to use, but I hadn't, at that time when they were asking, I just hadn't come across anything reliable. So far I've come across quite a few things that kind of fit that specification. You have the Scorpion KZ61, you have the Voss, what was it called? Oh, what is the name of the gun now? I cannot even remember the name of the gun, but it's like a little Uzi style gun. I've put it on the channel. I just genuinely, VMP1, that's the one right there. There's a few of them, the KWA Mac 10, what else? There's a few of them, like even things like the GHK G5 is a beautiful gun. It's a rifle, but if you think about it, it's kind of like because of how small it is, it's like a AR-15 style. It's not exactly the same body shape, but technically because of how small it is and the shape of it, do you get what I'm saying? So there's lots of options on the market, and that has that GHK G5 I'm talking about is a beautiful gun, and the mag holds 30, not 21. So you have options, and it has rails and stuff. So give me 1 sec, let me grab my chrono box, and then we can get into this. So I'm chronoing with 2.5s because that's just the weight that I feel is a valid weight. We could go into where I feel that is, but this video is not about that. So I'm just gonna chuck this in front and I'll read the scores to you guys. I have no reason to lie, and I can also flip the camera around. It's just a weird angle for you guys to see, because obviously I'm shooting directly into the chrono from this angle, right? But I will be honest. I always am honest. There's no need to lie. So we're running 2.5s. I'm gonna charge the first one, and like you see, it's an open chamber, so you can see your BB, you can see it loading, and hopefully you can see now like the teeth that I'm talking about that you slot into to turn the hop up and down. So that's loaded. I've got the gun on semi. First shot, 296.1, 282.7, 284.3, 286.0, 274.8, 273.2, 260.1, 273.2, 270.2, 273.2, 252.2, 268.6, 267.3, 265.6, 260.1. Now I'm gonna stop there because I've basically done almost the mag. Yeah, do you know what? I'll do a couple more. Everything is roughly around the same place, because the last shot was 253.5 and the one just before was 268.4. So do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say this is really good because you're always going to get the variance between anything between, like, say 2-4 back
actions. Ish I had to do. If we unified, we overcome slavery. Many think it, I just say it, call it bravery. Young, progressive and black, you know they hate to see independent. I don't care what labels could pay a G. So much leng past my lung. Private company feeding us GMO foods, they wanting us trapped. My young boy just came home for a booting, that young nigga tapped. Can't be slipping when I'm puffing on a potent, silent but I stay strapped. Gave her wood, now she talking about family tree, you know it ain't that. Ain't got time for the bad bees, dog. I got money on mine. Watch my chain too long, had me nervous. I put money on your mind. The Cali be potent, that girl is a bogus. I can't risk my seed. My heart too low, took L's like fug. Big slime soon free. Had to drop cause the fans they keep asking. You drop trash, had the fans all laughing. Disappeared and I